Our next question comes from Not Doing So Great in Grand Rapids. And Not Doing So Great says, I purchased my home last winter. Spring is here, and now I cannot believe how much water is in my basement. I had a home inspection. I'm assuming before they purchased, they didn't say that. But it says I had a home inspection and there was no evidence of water. And the seller did disclose that there was no water in the home since 2016. My new neighbor tells me that the former owner had issues with the basement water and was surprised that I didn't know this. Do I have a case from Not Doing So Great in Grand Rapids?
What year did they buy the home? Does it say?
Last winter.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so I don't know if they mean winter of 2020 or 2021, but either way, a year,
well,
less than a year ago.
Right. I'm always looking for timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing on this is that, I'm going to say it. I need to see the documents, but let me just tell you, every time somebody calls us for a issue related to what we call seller non-disclosure, I always ask for four things. I'm looking for of course, the copy of the purchase agreement, signed purchase agreement, please. I'm also looking for the home inspection report. I'm also looking for the home seller disclosure statement, a signed one, right? And then if the client has a closing package, like if they actually closed on the loan where they got the package online from the title company, I'd like to see that as well. Okay, those are the four things I'm looking for. In this situation, like if this lady had called, we'd say, hey, send these things over. Okay, not familiar with this person in Grand Rapids, but let me just share with you that something stuck out. Like the minute it was in the question, I'm like, oh God. It said, read that part where she said, they said, it disclosed there was water in the basement.
Okay, so for the home inspection, there was no evidence of water, but then they say the seller did disclose that the wording is funny. I'm going to kind of paraphrase. There has been no evidence of water in the home since 2016. So that's what the seller disclosed to the buyer since 2016.
Okay.
No evidence of water.
Okay. Okay. So there's a couple issues, like internal issues here. One is, home inspections are, you got to take for kind of a grain of salt. Yes. Home inspector. I mean, it's important to have a home inspection, but who does it is actually more important, right? And so you have to find a good contractor, somebody who's really familiar and well-regarded to go through the home, okay? And then you got to make sure that the home inspector has a copy of the seller's disclosure to kind of look at the items that the seller has listed. So that, right there, if the seller disclosure says no evidence of water, but in 2016 there was evidence of water, then the home inspector should be like, with their humidifier, with their testing, not the humidifier, but with their humidifier tester, they'll go down there probably a little bit more suspect of what's going on. And a good home inspector is also going to say, I may not have found anything, but I'm going to suggest you get a basement contractor down here, right? A foundation contractor. Because what happened in 2016, that home buyer now has a disclosure that should cause them to investigate further. Okay. And it sounds like she didn't. And the realtors, God bless them, they're not really there. That's not their thing. They're not really going to be there to help you determine what's going on with the condition of the property. If they don't know, they're not going to start digging in for you. You're the buyer. It's your job, the buyer's job, to find out what's going on with the property. Now, by the way, if a realtor knows of a problem, they have to disclose it. But if they don't know, they're no different than the home buyer. And it's up to the home buyer to say, hey, to the seller or to their realtor, hey, find out what happened in 2016. What was it? What if it was just a backed up drain from tree stumps and then they drilled it out? They did a rotor-rooter thing out and they got everything out. Well, then it's cleaned up. but you don't know if it was fixed. You have no idea. So that's a hard case to kind of press for this individual and I don't know how much damage is done. So here's another issue. Let's say it's a brand new foundation that needs to be done because she's saying, oh my God, there's so much water. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. But if there's a lot of water and the foundation work is going to be $25,000 or more, well, you got to go to circuit court for that. And you better have really good evidence and very good supporting documentation before you go to court that says, hey, this person knew about the water in the basement and the foundation, and I can prove it, because there's a threshold of proof. It's called clear and convincing evidence. You just can't suspect it, okay? It's got to be clear and convincing. But if the water damage is under $6,000, now it's something more manageable. Go to a small claims court and press your case there. But anything in the middle, I just want to share with you, Blair.
Okay.
District court is $25,000 or less. If the damage is quite extensive, but it's under 25,000, there's something, I call it the law of diminishing return. You can't get any more than 25,000. The attorney fees are going to start eating up,
Right.
the whatever possible word you can possibly get. And you still have to pursue the case and have the evidence of clear and convincing. So it's not an easy file to get done unless she has more information. If this person called me at the office, I would say to them, I think you were aware, or you were made aware that there was something wrong and you should have investigated further.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't. And a lot of people miss that seller disclosure. They just sign it. They think nothing of it. Realtors, I hate to throw realtors under the bus, but it's like anything else. Some realtors don't look. They just, hey, sign here. And they don't tell their clients what really is important about the paperwork. Paperwork's there for a reason. So I didn't mean to make your eyes glaze over, but it's a lot. That little question has a lot of punch.
Mm-hmm. No,
and a lot of people get disappointed from that.
Yep. No, that's probably one of the biggest seller disclosure issues that we see on these videos would be water in the basement or a compromised roof.
Right.
And that's a tough one. So I am so sorry for not doing so great in Grand Rapids, but thank you, David, for your answer.
Right. Sure.
So for those of you who are watching, David and I sit down and we plow through a list of questions, and then he breaks them up individually and puts them on in chunks for you on YouTube. So if for some reason you are not watching this video on YouTube, go to David's YouTube channel, just type in the search engine Proven Resource or David Sobel, and his whole channel will pop up with tons of resources, tons of other questions, comments, concerns from viewers just like you, all sorts of different answers to questions regarding real estate, finance, contracts, probate, etc. Like David says, if it touches real estate, you guys handle it, right?
Right.
All right. So David,
Thank you.
if the viewer at home wants to reach out to you and get their own questions answered directly, personally, how can they reach out to you in your office?
Just 888-789-1715. It's the easiest way to get in touch with us. You can go online again to provenresource.com. We have a scheduling page. We have pop-ups to make appointments there, but we really prefer just call in. It's the easiest way to figure out, how we can help you. And that's about it. I really appreciate the time, Blair. Thank you. Yeah, it was
we
good
appreciate
session.
yours as well.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you, David, and thank you to all of you who are watching, and we will see you on the next video.